guys, welcome back to Happy Hour. We are here again with another great episode planned. It's 168 hours in a week. Let's make one of them happy.
Nice.
Yep.
Awesome.
Welcome back, guys.
Cool.
Yeah, welcome back.
Exciting stuff going on.
Yeah.
How far along are you now?
31 weeks and some change.
And then hut hike, that baby's coming.
Yeah.
So what are your cravings? Do you have any different cravings in this?
Yes.
Different from
Pickles
So-
and ice cream.
No, God, no. Now, I'm not a spicy person. Like, I do not like anything with spice. I have craved nothing but spicy food
Spicy
this pregnancy.
food.
Wow.
I'm so serious. It's so weird. My family's like, who
So
are
it's different? Like the last
Yeah.
time you were pregnant?
you? Yeah.
It was a different.
Mm-hmm. I was nauseous the
Ooh.
whole time with my last pregnancy, so I couldn't eat, like, anything.
It's a girl, right?
Now it's
Yeah.
spicy.
Got to put a little spicy. What is it called? How do they say it? The Powerpuff Girls.
Powerpuff Girls?
Do y'all know the Powerpuff Girls?
I do.
Yeah.
My kids used
What
to watch
is
that.
it?
I can't remember. I didn't
can't
watch it that
remember.
closely. So
Sugar,
remember.
spice.
Oh, I don't remember the
Everything
other one.
nice.
I think
That's what went through my
I think that's
head.
what it is. I think that's what it
The
is.
sugar and spice and everything nice.
Yes.
and boys are made of snails,
And
Salt?
something.
No.
something, and puppy dog tails.
I thought it was toenails or something like that.
Girls are made of sugar and spice and everything nice. Boys are made of
I never heard the boys one.
something and
I've always heard the
snails
girls
and
one.
puppy dog tails. I can't remember. Somebody out there in La La Land shoot us that
Yeah,
information.
I don't
tell us
remember
what
that
it
at
is.
all.
Tell
So
us
what's
what
on
it
the
is.
docket today? What's going on? What do we have?
Well, I thought we'd start with something really, really cool that I found.
Okay.
There's this guy on YouTube. I actually don't know this guy's name, but he has a channel called Dad, How Do I? And he really just grew up without a father. And now as an adult, he films videos for kids who may not have a father in their life to teach them how to do things like a man, like how to tie a tie or shave or change a tire.
That's cool.
That was
That's
really
cool.
cool.
That is cool. I like
That's
that.
cool and
Yeah.
sad at the same time.
It is.
that a
It
kid
is
is like Googling, how do I do a tie?
But it's sweet. He actually has a lot of views too. Like he doesn't have a ton of videos out. He's got plenty of videos, but he's not like pumping one out every day.
Yeah.
Right.
But he's got thousands of views. Like kids are watching these things.
So we teach etiquette at the school.
Mm-hmm.
It's like one of the things that sets us apart from all the other schools. And my mom was a big etiquette person. I had to go to etiquette school and do all that stuff. And when we started the school, we wanted to make sure manners was a big deal because it was like a lost art.
Yeah.
And we started teaching etiquette. And I'm amazed at how many kids do not know any of this stuff. And I'm like, wow. Like, and they don't know how to properly escort a girl up the stairs,
Yeah.
open the doors, down the stairs. And I remember because like when we're doing weddings and stuff here at the church or something like that, and when they come up the stairs, I'm watching, from the pulpit, and I'm looking. I'm like, this guy, she's gonna step on her dress and she's gonna face plant, because and so you got to go show them, and it's like they never knew this. They're just like, oh, I did not know how to do that, and so anyways, we teach the etiquette here, and there's a lot of kids that don't.
No, I
Either
know.
they don't have a dad who's not teaching that, or it's just a lost art. They're not
Or even
doing
their dad just didn't, like, either they don't
Yeah.
have a father figure at all teaching them, or their father figure that they do have doesn't know those things either.
Yeah.
And so he's not teaching them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that could be very well the true. I mean, I'd probably like, but that's kind of cool that you could go on there and it shows you how to change
Yeah.
a tire.
Yeah.
He had a video about how to change your car's air filter. And I'm thinking, like, even as a young woman, now I grew up, my dad's a diesel mechanic.
Yeah.
I know way more about cars than any female ever should. Way more. But not all girls grow up that way. Like I grew up
Yeah.
with 3 brothers. Like they made sure I knew how to do all the things with a car and like take care of myself and stuff like that. But even as a young woman, I would go to that page to find a simple video of like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm stuck, a tire's flat. How do I change a tire if I can't call somebody? I would even go to that page just for like a resource as a young woman.
Yeah.
That's a good page because
cool.
do y'all have wear ties here at chapel?
Yeah.
Usually that's the same with my
double
son.
Windsor.
My
And they
yeah.
got to know the difference between a double Windsor and a single Windsor.
No, I don't. I don't. But when
How
my
to tie
husband's
that.
not there and I have to tie a tie, I tell Braylon, I'm like, I have no clue how to tie. So
Yeah.
like, that's good to know because I can go find him and help him.
Aaron knows how to tie a tie. I remember for our wedding, there was this real, I don't know what knot it was, but there was this really fancy knot that he learned how to do. And he was like, I'm doing this. It was really, really nice and tied up. He knows all about the different tie
Good
knots
job.
and stuff.
Good
That's
job, Aaron.
Yeah.
That's cute.
What my wife was raised in a home where they couldn't drive until they learned how to change a tire. So her dad,
That's valid.
Her dad
is-
said,
That is a valid request.
you don't get to take the car out until you can take that tire off, get the tire out of the trunk, put it on there, drive it, back it up, and then switch them again. And then I'm like, that's it. That's a good thing.
I can't tell you. So I grew up in a really big family. Okay, my dad always worked. My dad worked 9 to 5, call out in the evenings and on the weekends. Like he was always working, and it was always on like big rigs, on buses, some kind of a diesel engine. But he could fix pretty much anything. So growing up, now he taught my brothers how to do all of those things.
Yeah.
But we always got our first car was never like, I feel like kids nowadays, like their parents go all out and buy these brand new cars.
Go into debt. and
Yeah,
all
they
this
go into
other
debt
Yeah,
for these
stuff.
things.
yeah.
But my parents gave us one really solid, just starter car.
Yeah.
Now, I remember in college, this car would just break down all the time. It was a Jeep Cherokee, and to this day, I still have beef with Jeep. I will never own another Jeep because of this. But I broke down. I remember counting 9 times in 1 month on the way to class. And every
car
time
broke down?
the car broke down, and I was
Wow.
stuck on the side of the road.
Oh,
And
goodness.
I remember just calling my dad, and we were just kind of spinning our wheels trying to figure out what it was. And at one point, he was like, before I drive out there, he's like, just go under the hood. Let me just walk you through some things. And so I'm under the hood as a 20-something, and okay, walk me through it. Let's see what we can do.
That's funny. I don't know anything about cars, but I was taught how to feed my family off the land. I'll tell you that. Because I
Yeah.
can hunt. I can back up a boat trailer. I can shrimp,
And that's really
crab,
valuable too.
frog. I can do
Heck
all
yeah.
of that. So
Wow.
that's what I bring to the table.
I don't know how to do that.
You don't know how
That's
to do
brilliant.
that? Yeah.
Not shrimping or crawfishing, stuff like that. When somebody
Yeah.
says, we're going to go crawfishing, I'm like,
Yeah. My
don't know
dad
what
had
that
3
means.
shrimp boats, and they were all named after each one of his kids.
the tiny little pole that you cast out there to get those.
No, it's like big, big
dope.
rig,
Yeah.
trawling boards, big nets. We
Nets
would catch
and-
anywhere from
For shrimping.
uh,
I like shrimp. I like to eat them.
pounds. It was
And I
pretty
know
cool.
how to cook them.
My family hunted a lot. We didn't do a ton of fishing or anything like that. And the girls never really hunted much, but my mom was a gardener.
Yeah,
And so
my mom's a big
she
time gardener.
cans and preserves and does all those things. Like she can like do all the preserves and like preserve all these different foods for years. And
My mom knows how to do all that, and she used to do that, and she used to keep it, and she used to make pickles, these spicy pickles, which you
Oh,
would
yeah.
like right now. But the everybody in the neighborhood wanted these spicy pickles because she knew how to do all that stuff, and I'm so mad at myself for not learning how to do that
Oh.
because that is a lost art.
I will-
Now I know how to hunt, like with a rifle hunt,
yeah.
but not crawfish and all that other stuff. I don't know how to fish. and
One
stuff
of
like that.
my biggest regrets now as an adult, I remember this day as a teen, and I feel awful to this day about it. I remember my mom in the kitchen canning something, and it was me and my sister's home. And I remember her calling out from the house, hey guys, if anybody wants to learn how to can, now would be a great time because I'm starting a new batch of, I don't know if it was salsa or something like that. And none of us came. And
I don't
I'm
wanna do
so
that.
disappointed now as an adult because I'm like, that's such a valuable skill. Now,
Wish I
since
would've
then,
done
I've
that.
called her back and like, hey, I need you to teach me this. And so I know now. But
I remember
it's still just like a
watching
regret
her
as a
so many
kid, though.
times. She had this big blue speckly pot that was made for canning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
Yes,
about? They're
yes,
blue.
yes.
And they're like not really heavy. They're
No,
like kind of thin.
yeah.
So you fill them with water, and the jars, you stick the jars in
It's
them.
water bathing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, but you sterilize the lids. I remember she sterilized the lids.
Yeah.
She pulls them out, and she puts those things in there
You
with the
sterilize
lids
the
on
jars
them,
too.
and they heat up, and they set up. You gotta wait for the
The seal to
things
pop.
to pop.
Yeah.
And then, so I remember that. I just don't know exactly the method, but
Every
they would
food's
pop it. If one
different.
didn't pop, we had to eat that one.
Yeah.
Because
It
she
wasn't sealed.
It wasn't sealed properly.
And I was like, wow.
You know what I did find out though, and this is just from following other canners. This is such a random, but that the ring, you don't need the ring. So whenever that's just for the canning process. So the mason jars, they have the seal itself
Oh, we'll pull it down.
and the O-ring that you screw on there. After it's sealed, you can take that O-ring off and it's still going to be sealed. You don't, for it to be properly canned, that ring is just needed for the canning process. But once the canning process is done and that seal has popped, you can take it off, and you don't need
That's
to
true,
keep it
'cause
with
you
the
gotta,
ring
like,
anymore.
You gotta
'Cause
pull
you
that
have
thing
to pull
off
that-
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to break the seal on the little lid part, so you don't need the ring anymore.
Learned something, a little
Yeah.
bit of canning lore that I
Yeah.
just learned.
Yeah, you
I
did.
just learned.
Yeah, you did.
That's
Okay.
kind of cool.
You were talking about this kid. This is, again, a jumping topic, but it was a really funny story. This kid with a slingshot.
Yeah. So this kid was in his house, and he hears his sister, his little sister, screaming.
She was outside or inside?
She was outside.
She was outside.
He's in his house, in his room. The window's open, and I guess it's a pretty country thing because as I'm reading the story, like there's no screen obviously in his window for this kid, and there's a man who had grabbed his little sister
Oh,
and was
no.
trying to take
How-
her and kidnap her.
How old was the sister? Do you remember?
I can't.
I want to say she was little. I scanned
She was
the
little,
story.
like 5 or 6, something,
Yeah, she
somewhere
was
around
little.
that, and he's like 11, 12, maybe something around there.
Yeah.
So he has a wrist rocket, and the guy is outside in their backyard trying to take the girl, and he loads up with marbles and stuff, and he wails the dude in the head and like hits him in
him.
the back, in the head. Like all of his shots were on, according to the article, and the guy dropped her and ran because
Yeah,
she was getting pelted, and
she
they caught
wrestled
him.
free. And they said they found him at a gas station with injuries.
With the injuries, with the lumps on his head and stuff
Yeah.
like that, where he was pelted by these things, and that's how they were able to catch him. And
That's a gutsy kid. I don't know that I
That
would have had
is.
the wherewithal as like a 10 or 11-year-old to see like if one of my siblings was getting kidnapped to grab the nearest weapon from my house window.
He must
I mean,
have been a
if
big
that's all you could do.
fan of David and Goliath.
yeah, it is a modern day David and Goliath
Yeah.
story, but he
Go him.
He rocked that guy. I wish they would have showed the picture of the guy.
Like with
The
the
lump on
whelps and stuff.
Like, look
With
at
his
that.
little
What's going on?
Can you imagine that
Unicorn
story
in his
too?
forehead.
Can you imagine like the kid, like the guy who was trying to kidnap the girl? Like, well, how did your plan get thwarted? I got my butt whooped by a kid with
I
a
got hit with a marble
Wrist
in my
rocket,
head.
marble. Those are wrist rocket. A marble on a wrist rocket, it would go through this wall. Like,
Oh,
those
yeah.
are hard.
He
Like,
was
they-
launching rocks too. He had a
Yeah.
rock. He said that he launched.
He's shooting everything.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
I
That's
remember this story about this kid. He was kidnapped, and his captor let him go a couple hours later because he sang this one hymn nonstop for 3 hours.
That is funny.
And after his captor was like, "Dude, like you gotta stop." This
So
little
this guy kidnapped a kid.
kidnapped this little boy. Like I'm talking maybe 7 or so, like young boy. And this little boy was singing a hymn in the car, and
Just
for
going,
one
"Swing
hymn.
low, sweet
For
3 hours.
I got a kidnap story. So this one was
Wow.
recently, actually. There was a guy, and the parents went into the gas station, but they left the baby in the car. Okay, so this guy gets in the car, takes the car, drives a mile or two down the road. The baby starts screaming.
Oh, I heard about
He
this.
comes back. The guy with the baby comes back, bringing the car, takes the baby out of the car, brings it into the gas station, fusses at the parents for leaving the baby
Yeah.
in the gas station,
In
in
the
the parking
car.
lot, in the car. Then he gets back in the car and steals the car.
Can you imagine?
He was a nice thief.
But he had
A
enough
thief with
He's like, but I
a
still
thief
need
with
this.
morals.
Like, I need this car. Like, here's
The
your baby,
thief
but
is
I
a
need
better
the car.
parent than those two parents are.
I know. That's the sad part of that
Yeah.
story.
To come back
Do you
and
not
be
know
like,
how to parent?
why would you leave your child?
You need,
By
to,
the way, I'm
Imagine.
taking the car.
you need to go to some classes, and you don't deserve a car to drive around. Leave your baby in it.
Yeah, that was recent. That was about a month and a half
I
ago. or
remember
something.
that. That's
Wow.
wild.
That is funny. Wow,
That's
but that's a
hilarious.
good feel-good story.
That is. That is.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Awesome.
what about it's Thanksgiving coming up, and Oreo's got the great idea of all these different flavors.
Ooh, I just read about this. So it was late October.
I like Oreos. It's double stuff.
I like Oreos too, but this, I don't know. My stomach ain't the strongest right now.
We just
With
ate
me.
Oreos and milk last night. Like, we're big Oreo fans.
Look at you.
So they have this like line that you can purchase online. They come in a tin, but it's all things
Oreos?
Oreos, but they come in this like collectible tin, and it's Thanksgiving Oreos. But the flavors are turkey and gravy,
Oh my gosh.
sweet potato, sweet
Ugh.
corn or cream corn. I'm sorry, apple caramel pie, pumpkin pie, and cranberry sauce.
I feel like the sweeter ones would taste better.
Okay, but here's the
could
But
kicker.
I can't
I could
imagine
maybe, like,
the
eat
turkey
that.
and gravy one.
Here's the kicker, though, is that the
Apple pie one.
Oreos, you know, they have the fudge covered Oreos where it's like the Oreo, but it's covered in chocolate.
You dip it. Yeah.
So these are all fudge covered, but the fudge flavor is correspondent to the flavor of that Oreo. So if you have a turkey and gravy Oreo, that fudge that's around that Oreo is either turkey flavored or gravy flavored.
That is disgusting.
Oh my goodness.
You can only order them online, and they're like $20, I think, for the 10. I'm sorry, I couldn't do it. Maybe as like a game or
You
like a
just get
prank
that
game.
10. I've got my whole Thanksgiving dinner right here.
Sit at the table with a big
So
old tin,
gross.
ready to go.
Who says I can't just have cookies?
Part of me would be curious to like purchase it and just see what you get. Like, I don't know that I could ever even try
You
them.
play roulette. You spin it, and you got to take the cookie. You tell
That's
what
like
it
them
is.
jelly beans. Don't they come
Oh,
at
yeah.
Easter or something?
Yeah, there's
where
a game
don't-
that you play.
Yeah, and you don't know what
And one of
flavor
them's
it is.
bad.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
But like
Yeah.
it's
really
supposed
nasty.
to be bubble gum, but it's really skunk flavor or something like
Yeah,
that.
or
that's
like
gross.
feet,
Yeah.
toes, something like that.
Oh.
Yeah, it's,
They have like a
it's-
vomit one.
Who said, yes, this definitely is feet and toes tasty?
Well, who comes
Who
up
said
with
this is what tastes like vomit?
Like, who comes up with this? Who
Who's the
sits in a
taste
conference
profiler?
room and thinks of all of this?
And thinks that this is a good idea.
yeah.
That's what blows
It
my
sells
mind.
to kids, I guess. They were playing that game. Our kids got it and brought it home one time, and they were eating it. Anthony and McKenna and Micah, they're all like playing the game, and I'm like eating it, and all of a sudden
You got the
they're just
nasty
ready to.
one, didn't
Micah
you?
almost threw up
So Micah got the
because
nasty one.
it was a skunk flavor, and it smelled
Oh.
like
That-
skunk.
yes, that's
and
what
it
it
came
is.
out of his
Yes,
mouth. I'm like,
yes.
oh my gosh, that
Yeah.
smells like skunk for real.
Oh.
But who made that taste profile?
Can
Who's-
you imagine
Who are the
having a-
taste profilers that had to test it?
That's what my
This
brain
is
goes
definitely dog poop. Mm.
to. This is definitely dog poop. Okay, but again, this is how do you even create a flavor that it resembles those
Yeah,
natural
somebody had to
things?
have tasted
That's
what it
I'm
is
saying.
in order to create that
in order to
flavor.
create that flavor. Even if you do it chemically and with all these fake flavorings, somebody still
Somebody's
had to be
gotta
like,
mix it.
this matches this pretty close.
Somebody's got to have that bowl going like this and going,
yeah,
nah, I need a little bit more.
something.
Something. It's missing something.
It's missing that dog smell. Yeah.
Like
Look,
wet
you're over
dog.
here gagging.
It tastes a little like toes, but not dirty
Like I'm thinking like the
toes.
skunk. Like did somebody
Winn-Dixie
genuinely have
feet
to?
toes.
Oh,
Ugh,
I just learned what that was.
what?
I didn't need
Winn-Dixie
to know
feet?
what that means.
When Dixie feet?
Yeah, have you heard
Yeah.
of that before?
No.
When your feet are so dirty and they're like, oh, you got them Winn-Dixie feet because you walk through Winn-Dixie with.
With no shoes on.
Do people do that?
I thought it was no shoes, no shirt, no service, but
Yeah, that's
No,
disgusting.
yeah.
That's
yeah.
a term here. When Dixie feet.
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know if
They're
it's
closing
just
down the Winn Dixies.
yeah, but they closed down ours next to our. We had one like 5 minutes from our house, and they closed it down and turned it into an Aldi's.
Yep.
I was so
Germans
pumped.
are buying up all the.
Really?
I was
I
not
think
mad,
there's
though.
still one in Laplace, though. I'm going to have to ask my mom.
That's
Not
my,
all of them.
That's my wife's favorite store. Winn
Winn-Dixie?
That
Yeah.
was a lot of my
She loves
family's
it.
favorite store, but I always liked Aldi's better. They had one in the town next to ours.
I've never been to an Aldi's yet.
Girl, it's
and
great.
I keep hearing about it.
It's sad how
I've got
excited
mixed
I was.
feelings. It's geared towards people like y'all.
Yes.
So, like, it caters to. Danielle is like the old school. You buy a bunch of food and you cook it, and then you have leftovers and stuff. And Aldi's is geared towards the people that make the one meal, and that's it. It's kind of a thing. Everything's smaller.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I meal
packages and
prep with
stuff.
everything, so I do a grocery haul and I meal prep still. All
This
my
is-
meals are cooked
and there's
usually
not
on
a lot
Sunday.
of. There's not a lot of choices, I guess.
Well, that's because of the way that they keep their prices down. They don't
Is
do
that what
name
they do?
brand things.
Mhm.
It's
Oh.
loosely set up like Costco, which I like it because the prices are cheaper and they have more
It is
organic
cheaper.
options.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to put a quarter in the buggy to be able to push it.
Yeah, I like it because they have more organic options that are more affordable
I'm
than
going to bring
Trader
my
Joe's.
wagon up in Aldi's.
Girl, I mean, you got to bring your own bags anyway, but
Really?
Oh yeah, you got to pack
Yeah.
your own stuff there too, huh?
Oh.
they literally put it in a cart and you either take it out by hand or
We-
you buy the bags.
We
and
went there one time. First, I tried to pull like a cart. Wouldn't go. They said you got to put a quarter in it. I go, what? You got to put a quarter
You
in
must
this?
be a first timer, Sonny.
I like-
Here you go.
You
Where
must be
I'm
a
from, it's
first-timer.
called a shopping cart. Danielle calls it a buggy. So now, like after being in Louisiana
That's a
for this
southern
many
thing.
years,
A
it's
buggy.
a buggy.
It's a buggy.
So a buggy to me is like you got horses.
That's
That's
a
a
buggy
buggy.
too. It's just two different types of buggies.
So, anyways, we get this. I put the quarter in. I'm going. We get shopping. We get to the thing, and I'm standing there, and the lady's like, I go, what's happening? Danielle goes, I think we have to pack our own stuff.
Yeah.
I go, oh. And then you have to buy the bags. Like, if you don't have bags, if you didn't bring your bags, they can give you some.
Yeah.
But they're like all about like, you know,
Saving.
environment and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah, you either buy the
do you
canvas ones and bring
do
them
you
back.
need bags? And so yeah, you get a little bit of a guilt trip if you have to take their bags. Like, oh, well, there's another tree. You know,
Here's
kind of like
another
that
tree.
look. And so we packed the stuff up, and I asked for another bag. Lord forbid. And they said, gave it to us begrudgingly for the last item. And that was the last time we went there. So no,
Oh, I go every week.
I'm gonna
I
have
was
to check
so
this out.
you
pumped.
have to check it out.
Yeah.
I was so pumped to find out that it was going to be so close to us because we would travel to the one in Central.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we it was fine doing that, but 5 minutes from our house, heck yeah, man.
So you know what we should do? We should do an outing with our counterpart that's not here today because she can do the filming because she does that at Southeastern. And we should go to all the different shopping places and test them out. What are the pros and cons of this place versus
Yeah,
that
like
place?
a shopping haul.
And
Yeah,
then
a
we go
shopping
there.
haul.
And now here we are at Aldi's. Don't forget your quarter.
I liked Winn-Dixie. I just thought it was really expensive.
What makes these places go out of business, or are they just the bigger places are just buying them out? Aldi's is a European.
Yeah, it's
two
German.
brothers,
Yeah.
two German brothers.
Mm-hmm.
One runs the stores in Europe, and one runs the
Mhm.
stores in America, South America, and all
Yeah.
that other stuff. And so
Mm-hmm.
they're just kind of going all over the world. Germany tried 2 world wars and failed at them. They're just going to take over the world through shop.
Through
I don't
grocery
know.
stores.
Dollar
Grocery
General
stores.
is probably just taking over because I mean they put a Dollar General anytime a cornfield comes available.
Yeah,
for
that's
sale.
accurate. They spawn.
So I just
And now
learned,
they're selling fruit.
like maybe last week when
Those
I
are
was,
specific Dollar Generals. Not all of them do.
Yeah.
The one here in Addis is
Here in
starting to
Addis sells
sell
fruit,
them
yeah.
now.
They have
but
a small produce section.
do you know
yeah.
that Dollar General has their own real estate agent that looks for places
Mhm.
to? I didn't
Really?
even know that.
So
was
there's a
something.
marketing thing a lot. So a lot of these businesses are actually a lot of stores and restaurants are actually real estate businesses. They're not actually like just
Food.
restaurants.
Hmm.
If you think of all the Domino's always shares what do they call those strip malls?
Yeah.
It always shares a strip with another business.
Yes.
But do you know where they get their money from? It's not from pizza. Domino's buys the whole strip, puts in one store, rents out the rest of the strip, and collects the money. They are real estate agents. They are not pizza
Smart.
people. They are real estate agents.
We're making
Re-
money right now. Right
They-
now. We're
they
making
have-
And I'm not even
We're not
filling a
even
pan
making
pizza
pizzas.
right now.
They have literally capitalized on like the best of
So
like
there's
the business
always
world.
a Dollar Tree in there. There's always a Cato in there, and then you have Domino's. And
That's where their
whatever
real
else.
money comes from.
Smoothie King next to our Domino's down there.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
That's where their real money comes from, though. It's
that's
not
a
from the
racket.
pizza.
Wow.
Yeah, it's from real estate. And I actually believe that Dollar General is the same way, though. That a lot of these guys, they're really real estate agents. The business is just what they do to start, and then they go into real estate after.
Yeah.
So, Burger King doesn't do any real estate. They don't pay any money into finding real estate. They wait for McDonald's to build one, and then they build
right across.
next to it
yeah.
or right across the
Yeah.
street.
That's diabolical, but that's smart.
That's
Yeah.
genius. Like, we're gonna nix the entire department
Yeah.
and save money to the bottom line, and we'll wait for Mickey D's to pop up, and then we're building one right across the street from them.
I mean, thinking about it, the one in our town, they are literally across the street from each
They are.
other.
Everywhere you go, there's a Burger King, McDonald's
Yep.
on every exit. They're
That's
always
crazy.
together.
Yep.
That's such a like conniving marketing plan.
That's pretty smart, though.
It is smart. You would think that there'd be something in the laws about that, though, like about like some kind
Eventually,
of
they
rivalry.
would come up with.
Yeah.
I'm sure they already checked it out, and it's like, what can you do? You can't
Yeah.
build unless
it's
McDonald's
a
says, okay,
similar-
you can't build it within a mile of us. All right, we'll just go a mile
1
down
point.
the road.
Yeah.
1.1 mile.
Yeah.
They got some policies like Chick-fil-A. I found out Chick-fil-A cannot build unless there is a fire station within 5 miles of it.
Really?
Yes. That's,
Why? Oh, because of frying the food and stuff?
Yeah, I don't know why, but I'm like,
It's got to be some kind of safety policy.
well, that's what I said. I'm like, the reason people put policies is because
Something's happened in the past.
that they're
Yeah.
like, we're gonna put this in our policy,
Our law, our
Yeah.
like laws now. Yeah.
bylaws. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Gotcha. That's cool.
Speaking of fast food, okay, have y'all seen those trending Starbucks cups with the bears?
Yes.
No.
Okay, so people are going crazy over these. I think Starbucks comes out with a cup every year.
For
holiday
Christmas?
For
cup.
Christmas,
Yes,
for like a
it's
holiday cup.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Like a
there's
paper cup?
no,
No,
is
it's like a
It's like a-
plastic.
it's a
cup.
plastic cup, but it's shaped like a bear. The closest
Do
thing
you
we
know
can
the honey bear?
That's
yeah,
what I was
yeah,
about to
yeah.
say. Yeah, it looks like that.
People are making fun of it because they're buying the honey bears, emptying it out, and creating their own
Their
bear with
own.
a plastic straw in it.
Walmart-
They're like, I didn't have to wait in line at 4:30 for this.
Walmart put something on their social media.
Yeah.
Said that we did it better, and they took one of their honey bears and put a drink in
yep,
it.
Yep. Yeah.
That's funny. So that's the big trend. Everybody wants this
That is
bear
the big
cup.
trend, and it's even a big like fiasco right now because they were supposed to come out, I think, on Tuesday yesterday.
Yeah.
And people were lined up at 4:30, but they
Like,
got videos
lined
of
up.
the employees purchasing all of the bears before the doors even opened.
So were they trying to
didn't-
resell them or something?
I don't know what the deal
The
was,
guy's
but
like this later on with his jacket. I can get
got a
you one of
bear.
these
yeah,
bears.
but Starbucks got like big
For
hit
100%
because
markup.
they didn't stock very well. Like they only put a limited amount in all these stores, but it was enough for the employees to basically buy it all out.
What?
So a lot of people got really upset because they were waiting in line at 4:30 in the morning
That's
to get
crazy.
these bears.
I just
4:30 in the
can't
morning.
fathom waiting in line for a cup.
And then pay $10 for the coffee that goes in it.
Well, it's a $30 cup, I think, and then you're
For a smooth $40.
I don't
It's
know.
insane.
You can have a delicious.
Call me crazy,
frappuccino.
but I think the cup is so cute. Like I
It's
was like,
cute.
man, I really want one, but then I was like, I'm not waiting
No.
waiting in line at 4:30, and I'm not
No.
fighting anybody for a cup.
yeah.
Like, it's not that big of a deal.
I think last year when they had like a tumbler or something like that, it
yes,
was the
yes, it was the silver. I think it was a silver
Yeah.
like mirrored cup.
yeah, it was. It
We
was
need
like
to
the
get one
tall
of those
one.
little bears on this table for next week. I want to see what one of these things look like.
I'm gonna bring you the honey bear if I
We're gonna
can't
find-
find
I
it.
was saying, yeah, it's cute, but it ain't $30.
Forget the
cute to
coffee
me.
cups next week. We're all gonna have honey bear cups.
That's funny.
Oh,
That's crazy.
funny.
Yep. Crazy.
Okay, back into the Thanksgiving. Do y'all watch the Macy's Day Parade?
We would
We
go
used
between.
to watch it all the time when we were little.
Yeah, we
when I
would
was-
watch it. We would also watch. Now, I don't know if they put these on throughout the year, but there would always be a dog show on too. Do y'all remember that?
Yes.
We would watch the dog show too. We'd go back and
Oh,
forth
like a
between
dog
the
show with
parade.
like with
Yeah.
they
Like
would go
Best
over
in
the-
Show,
Yeah.
Best in
and
Show.
Breed.
Yes.
I do
Yes.
remember
We always
that,
would
I
watch.
think.
My sister loved the
I
dog
just never
show,
watched it.
so we'd always like fight. Okay, one of us wanted to watch the parade, she'd want to watch the dog show, so we'd go back and forth.
This is just like my favorite time of year. Like I just love like
Fall.
October, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. Like I'm just always in a good mood around this time because I'll just love.
It's Aaron's favorite time of the year.
Yes,
I'm
Grab
not-
yourself one of those turkey and gravy Oreos.
I may
Have
skip
at it.
that tradition this year. Okay?
Yeah, I'm not. Mm-mm.
But I am very big on watching the Macy's Day Parade. Like
Yeah, we'll put it on.
Landon wakes me up.
Aw.
I'm very grateful for my husband because he, like, just the little things that made me happy as a kid. Like, he makes sure he brings it into my adulthood.
Aw,
So he wakes
that's
me up. He
sweet.
makes
You're a
me
good
my
guy, Landon.
He's a
cup
good
of
guy.
coffee. I got my blanket. I got the fireplace on, and like, yeah, that's just I love
Oh,
it.
that's
That's
sweet.
So then my kids are like, oh, the parade's on, you know. So
That's the
Aw.
one. Well, I mean, they have the big floating
Blo- yes,
balloons.
yes.
that
Yeah.
people are like,
yes, and then
Yeah.
like the little marching bands. I love listening to the marching.
I had
bands
my
and
sister.
stuff.
One of my sister's friends was in the parade one year in the marching
Yeah.
in a band.
Yeah.
my high school, my alma mater high school, Poway High. Shout out to Poway High. They were like, they had been to more parades, invited to more parades than for a long time than any high school, like ever.
It's cool.
And they just had a really good band program. I wasn't into the band, but I knew they had a good program. And
Mm-hmm.
we had the famous, what's Rose Parade? Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
in
The Rose
California.
Parade.
And everything had to be decorated with real
Roses.
flowers
Yeah.
and or seeds. Those are the things you had to use. So
Yeah.
the whole float was actually living flowers. What's crazy when you think about it is you can't start building that float 2 weeks in advance.
No, that's like an overnight thing.
You gotta
Ooh.
you get everything ready, ordered, and then all of a sudden, boom, you gotta put this thing together,
Yeah.
and you're going down the road with this deal.
What do you do with all those flowers after? It's a lot of
Smells
flowers.
good when they go down the road.
I bet. I bet.
The Rose Day Parade, and so is it Rose Day Parade? I went to that one time when I was little. I remember holding my mom's hand. I was probably like 5 or 6 years old, and we watched it in Los Angeles, and it was pretty cool.
That's cool.
And yeah, not Macy's. That's on the other coast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any like traditions that y'all do each year for the holidays?
Play dominoes.
Play dominoes?
Yeah.
Domino's.
Yeah. Mexican dominoes.
Not
at,
the.
Thanksgiving. It's like a big,
at Thanksgiving.
it's a big thing.
Oh, that's cool. So every year on my side of the family, my mom is really big into tradition. Like she's gotten a real tree as long as I can remember. She gets one every year, and it's always like the weekend after Thanksgiving. She'll go to the Christmas tree farm. So we all started doing that. We all go together and get our trees because we get a real tree too. That's the one thing that like I'm a stickler about for Christmas is that I'm not a huge decorator. I'm not a huge like just holiday person. I like the holidays, but Aaron's way more like I'm kind of the Grinch, and he's like the one that's super excited about it. But we do get a real tree each year. But what's cool though is that my mom always puts on a Christmas Eve party, and y'all, this woman puts in so much thought to these parties. The games that we have played last year. Okay, she bought mouse traps.
Real mouse traps?
Real mouse traps.
Like the ones that
the ones that snap.
I'm scared of those.
And she got a bunch of cash. And the game was that you were blindfolded and all the traps were set on the table and it was two people playing against each other. But the cash was strewn amongst the
crazy.
table and you had to weave your way and find the cash. Y'all, the videos that I have, I was not brave enough. But the videos that I have,
This whole family showed up to Christmas Day with bandages around all their fingers.
Broken fingers.
it wouldn't break your finger, but it would really hurt. And I'm telling y'all, they got like, you'd hear traps just snap and just pop, 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 pop.
Oh,
Like they were
my
getting
God.
slammed. Because again, all my brothers and in-law, like all my brother-in-laws and brothers would do it. None of the girls did it. I was like, it's not worth it. You can keep the cash.
There was something trending last year. We did that game. I think we filmed it with the kids, and they what was it? They were doing something. Either they were rolling something to get it, and when you stopped, you get to pick that gift, and they were all pulling it. And it was all those little trendy videos where like you pull the string and there's like a gift
Oh,
on it
yeah.
and stuff like that. So we did that when I was a kid. We had a tradition where we'd go play football, like the whole family, like the girls, everybody put sweats on. And in California in November, it's usually dreary, wet, kind of muddy. Not like here, but like it's just kind of, that's what it was. And we'd go to Poway High where our school was, and we'd play sideways on the football field. So we'd take a section of the field and just play sideways, and we'd have this game, and we would all play, and then we would come back and we would eat Thanksgiving dinner with everybody at 2. We always ate at 2. Do you guys eat it? Like,
No, we still eat at-
Thanksgiving dinner is not at dinner time like we normally would eat.
No, it's
we
at
would eat
lunch.
it like at lunch.
No, we did a supper. Like we did a supper.
Ours was always like 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. We're eating.
Ours
And
was
I'm
5.
So I guess this is a
And then you
tradition.
eat
Like
all day.
we would bring our pajamas and like we just munch all day. Like we'd
Yeah.
have the big
Now we would do that.
lunch where we would
We'd
pray
graze.
and like
Yeah.
yes, and then after everybody's like lounged out. On
Oh
the
yeah, watching
Pumpkin
something.
pie and
Couch
whipped
and-
cream. Your
yes,
stomach
yes.
is bulging out. You're laying
Yes,
on
I
the
guess
ground,
that's a
breathing
tradition.
heavy.
But we started a couple of years ago. I guess it just helped. You know, my grandma's on a different type of income, so it kind of helped her with gifts. But we would
Yeah.
play. What's the game where you swap the gifts, but then you can
White elephant?
steal?
Oh yeah, like a white elephant.
Y'all, my
We
family,
do those too.
my sister and I fought over these electronic like salt and pepper shakers.
Mm-hmm.
Electron. Oh, like you push the button in it.
No, like you turned it over and it like would grind the.
Oh, grind it.
So
for
it was
you.
so cool. Well, I won it, and like me and my sister, we've always got this competitive relationship, and like we just had the biggest kick out. We just laughed so hard at each other because we're stealing these gifts and people are taking it like they took it personal.
Oh yeah.
That's funny.
When I was a youth minister in California, we used to do a white elephant party, and I had a bunch of prankster kids in there, and we had a massive amount of kids, and every year it kept escalating. The
Yeah.
prank got worse and worse and worse.
Worse.
And one year they had this tube, and there was a string, and you pull the string, and there was this girl who was in our youth group. She was a princess from Samoa, and we baptized her. And there's a whole story there because she slipped and fell in the baptistry. This big wave came over the top of the baptistry, and we had like a choir below it, and the wave hit all these ladies with their little bouffant hairdos and made them look like drowned rats. It was kind of funny. And I said, well, she just want to get baptized a little faster than, and all of her family was out there to watch this. Anyways, she was the one who got this thing, and she pulls it. It says, pull me, and these two prankster kids are always doing stuff. So when you pull the string, in this tube was a flat piece of dowel wood, and in front of it were all these spiders. Not real spiders, but they were like plastic spiders. But when you pull the string and all these spiders come out, all of it, she flips backwards in her chair and smacked her head. And like she's like trying to get them off of her because she thought it was real. I'm like, okay, we have to stop.
Yeah.
You know, with that. Well, the next year they come and there's this cookie tin and it's round. And I'm like, what is that? And it's heavy and everybody's fighting over it because the heavier present they think is better. And so finally they get it. They get the cookie tin. We're opening it up. We're showing what we got. And this girl has it and she opens it and she's like, what is this? And you couldn't tell because it was in the cookie tin. But it's an octopus, a live octopus in the water of a sealed Ziploc bag in the round cookie tin. And it looked like this, like she thought was raw fish or something like that. And she went to kind of pull it and the thing goes like she goes, she drops it, it hits, the bag breaks and opens.
The same girl or is it a
No,
different
different girl.
Oh.
Live octopus on the ground in the youth room.
That's
Oh
insane.
my
It was gross.
One year
They kept going.
the theme for the white elephant was like fish themed, and I remember all my siblings brought like fishing lures and all these different like actual fishing equipment. Aaron and I went to the Asian food market and found the nastiest fish flavored foods and snacks that you could find, and we put them all in like an ice chest.
I thought you got a real fish.
No, but it was like all these like chips that were like shrimp and like oyster and just anything that was like a snack food but was like a weird fish flavor.
Yeah, seaweed flavored junk.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Now, see, somebody had to eat something in order to make those
In
flavors.
order to make it.
So, hey, did you see the Aurora Borealis like in Louisiana? That's
No,
crazy.
I'm so upset. I
All of
thought
my
it was
friends
fake,
did.
and
I didn't believe
go,
my
I
wife
just
last
went to
night.
bed.
I
was
knew
like,
it was real, but we didn't see it. Like I got home and the stars were out brighter than what they normally were, but we didn't see any of the lights. But I had friends in different parts of where we live that did and had videos and pictures and stuff.
So I went outside last night. She said the Aurora Borealis. I'm like, what? No, it's not. I was stationed in Alaska. I remember seeing the thing and waving. I go, that is not out there. I went out there and I looked straight up and I couldn't see anything. And she said, it's to the north. And I go, that's the lights from Baton Rouge, you know, that's lighting up the sky. And I went back in thinking it's fake. And she said, no, people are taking pictures of it. And I go, for real. So I went back out again and Mercy goes out with me and we look and sure enough, but it's just like this pink, like light kind of thing, not the wavy green moving colorful lights I usually see, but it was a different color and it was in the sky. I took a
would
picture
think
of
there
it.
would be too much
Crazy.
light pollution here to see it
Oh,
clearly.
you totally could see it.
Wow.
And I took a picture of
You
it.
did take a picture of
Yeah.
it?
It was
And,
pretty.
We'll post
The
it for you,
pictures that I saw were pretty.
So this is at night, actually, but
Oh.
it was lighting up like that.
Okay.
And it was all pink and it was kind of moving a little bit. So
Yeah. If
Crazy.
I would have seen that, I'd been like, oh, that's Dow.
I would have thought it was. I thought it was lights in the city, and then I'm like, no, I guess it's not because the city's that way.
Yeah.
Whenever you were stationed in Alaska, could you hear the lights? I have a friend who lives in Alaska, and she said that if you go to like a really, really quiet area, you can actually hear the northern lights. Like they make a sound.
I never knew that, and I was stationed there for 3+ years, and it was like they were cool, and so where we lived is 24 hours of darkness in the wintertime, And in the summertime, it's 24 hours of daylight.
Yeah.
And it's like 3 months that's totally dark, 3 months totally light, and then there's transition months: 1 hour of darkness, 2 hours of darkness, 3 hours of darkness,
Yeah.
till you get to 24 hours of darkness. Then it goes, and it might not be a total 3 months, but your hours of your work, you don't see the sun for about 3 months, and so I had saw the aurora borealis a lot, but I never heard of that you could hear it.
Yeah.
But
I don't know what it
guess-
sounds like. I think it's
I
like a
guess
low
it's
hum, but
ions interacting in space with the solar winds or something. I can't remember what it is. What
that's
does
over
it-
my head. I have no
I'm a
idea.
little upset that I didn't get to see this.
have no
but
idea.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
the
I'm sure
pictures
some
are
will
pretty.
have
All right, you were telling me about this pumpkin that broke a world record.
So this used to be on TV like all the time when I was a kid. Like every year, I forget what the Today
Yes.
Show or something. They'd say the pumpkin this year is Mr. And then they always had the little, what's the guy who comes out of the ground and tells you have 6 more weeks of winter?
Groundhog?
Oh, the groundhog?
The groundhog on Groundhog Day.
Philip, isn't his name Philip?
I think so. It's a
Phil.
Tony Phil.
Poxitani Phil. That's
See,
right.
Phil.
So I think he died recently, but anyways,
Get you
they
another
got a
groundhog.
they got a new one.
Yeah, they did get a new one. Yeah.
But the same show, I think it was the Today Show that did
yeah.
the groundhog does the pumpkin, but then they stopped doing it because it just wasn't fun anymore. But it still goes on, and the record was broke this year. 2,819.3 pounds.
You need
Do we
Like
have a
a-
picture of it? We need to throw the
Yeah, we'll
picture
throw that picture up on the wall. Heaviest pumpkin this year broke the world record by almost 500 pounds, and awesome. But I did a little digging, and crazy stuff about this thing. So, to grow a pumpkin like that, you need to be in a place that gets at least 8 hours, but better to 12 hours of sunlight a day. Has to have a space of 40 feet in diameter to be able to grow this pumpkin in.
40 feet. Wow.
Just so that it can get sunlight from
Yeah.
all directions and stuff like that. And then you have there's special pumpkin seeds that grow these humongous things that have genetics and all this other stuff in it, and they buy these pumpkin seeds, and I guess they're pretty pricey. But you need 120 days to produce it usually, and you get the world's largest pumpkin.
That's all well and good. What do you do with that after? Like, after you win the contest, you have 2,000 or almost
Pumpkin
3,000
pies.
3,000 pounds worth of pumpkin pies.
I mean, those things are big. They're as big as this room.
That's
And,
huge.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You can't. You have to use a crane to move it.
Yeah.
I
I
remember seeing one
To
time
weigh
somebody
it.
put it on a tow truck.
Yeah.
Well, you have to weigh it. You got to get it up somehow.
You got to get it on a scale somehow. You probably have to use one of those trucks, like one of the scales for those 18
I
wheeler
wonder
trucks.
when it's like a certain size, like when it gets about this big, they start putting pallets underneath it, like so that it can grow.
don't
I don't
know.
know. But
I
they
don't know.
kind of look like they're flat on the bottom.
Well, they'd
They
have
kinda
to be.
go up
They're
'cause
not
they just
perfectly
are like-
round.
no, they're not perfectly round. Not very often.
I'd be nervous, like lifting it if like the rind would break. Can you imagine, like
Yeah.
working all this time
And
and
he
then like
drops it and
lifting
you're
it?
like-
And if what did you do?
Yeah, that'd
I
be
have an
awful.
insurance policy to move your pumpkin.
Literally, I'm sure some of those guys do. Is there any like a cash prize or anything like that for people who win?
They are known as something, I guess.
I know it's like a world record, so they have a title at that point.
I'm sure. So he goes into the Guinness Book of World Records, and
I'm sure it's like an advertisement thing. Like we got to
Yeah.
put this in here. We'll
yeah,
pay
because
a
that one
stipend.
is Guinness Book of World Records. Speaking of Guinness Book of World Records, have you heard about this dude with 2,000 middle names?
It stressed me out naming my kids with one name,
That-
much less
Yeah.
20,000.
I
Ridiculous.
heard that whenever he was getting married, it took his officiant 20 minutes to read through his name. Like as a parent, okay, what is your train of thought?
Do you, Billy, blah, 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 and then you just read
Like,
for 20 minutes?
What's your train of thought in naming a child that?
Well, I looked at the thing. I looked it up. Like, why do people do this? And most of the people that have names like that just did it to break the world record. But there is this criteria that has to happen, that it has to be said like at a wedding in order to be validated.
Validated.
So you got to go to the court first to get. I want this to be my name. These 2,000. And the world
Yeah.
record, by the way, is 2,253
It's insane.
middle names. And then once the court says, okay, you can have your 2,253 middle names, now you have to be able to have it recorded,
Mm-hmm.
like at a wedding, where they actually say it, so that it can be
I
done.
wonder
Yeah,
if
because-
his mom regretted it when she was fussing at him and had to say the full name. Because you know how when moms fuss, they're like,
Yeah, the middle name comes out.
yes, that middle name comes out, and that's when you know it's serious.
So you know that singer Billie Eilish? Is that
Yeah.
Yes.
is that a girl? Is that a
Mhm.
guy?
It's a
So
girl.
That's a girl.
her name popped up in there, and I don't listen to Billie Eilish, but she was on there for long middle names, and her real name is Billie Eilish Pirate Baird O'Connell. So that's really her whole name.
It's
And
like
I'm
Phoebe and Friends changing her name to, was it the Princess Consuelo or something like
yes,
that?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
It's kind of weird. So you got that.
There's
going
no
for
way
you.
he
What's
has
your
his-
middle name?
Mine is Michaela.
Michaela?
Michaela.
Jesse
Did not
Michaela.
know
Yeah.
that.
What's your
Okay.
middle name?
Anne.
Anne.
Anne,
Emily Ann.
Emily, Anne, Jesse, Michaela.
Yeah. Most people, whenever I was in elementary school, they thought that I was like a boy student because Jesse can be either or, but they spell it like Michael and just put an A on the end, so people would read it like a roster like Jesse Michael and would miss the Michaela. I would go into class like, oh, I thought you were a boy, and I'm like, nope. Sorry.
Sorry.
Nope.
Yeah.
Sorry to
Last
disappoint
I
you.
checked,
Yeah.
last I checked, I'm not. So
I did find out though that my name is actually misspelled, and my parents just decided just to keep it. So
so is Micah's middle name.
Is it?
really,
They misspell. He's named after his grandpa, Danielle's daddy, Dane Jeffrey Horde, and they misspelled Jeffrey. It's like Jeffrey. Is how you would really pronounce it because they.
how do they like? How is it spelled?
I can't even remember, but it's not correct. It's not the regular Jeffrey way you would spell it. It's pronounced, if you wrote it that way and pronounced it to be Jeffrey, and then we joke around and call him Jeffrey.
So,
But we spelled his name exactly the same way as his grandpa, so he could have his exactly grandpa's middle name. So that was intentional. It wasn't an accident on our part.
no, ours was an accident. So I found out. I didn't find this out till a few years ago either. This wasn't like I've known this all my life. But like I was named Jesse after the Jesse in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess they didn't check the spelling beforehand because the spelling is Jesse. Well, mine is Jessee.
Oh.
And so they just
I
added the
didn't know
extra
it was
E.
E-E.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so they thought that the Jesse from the Bible had 2 E's and then just never checked. And then found
Spell
out
check
later.
That. Spell check that for us.
And they're like, oh, well, we'll just, it's unique.
Mine is Anthony, so it's not. So this is pretty simple. I had a lot of my biological father goes by Tony, but that's not his name.
Mm-hmm.
He just called himself Tony because nobody could pronounce his name and thought it was weird because he was Spanish. His real name is Olimpio Bellarmino Dominguez. That was my biological father. That's why Mercy's middle name is Mercy Bellarmina
Yeah.
Shepherd. So, but he went by Tony, and then I have an older brother named Tony. His name is Anthony Eugene, and he named him Anthony Eugene, and then he put Anthony in my middle name.
Mm-hmm.
So we have all these and then he's Tony. So we got 3 kind of Tonys.
Most of ours were Bible names, like pretty, just pulled from the scripture.
Yeah, we were Catholic kind of people. That's what he was named. It's Catherine Ann, Constance, Lynn, and Anthony Eugene, Thomas Anthony, Timothy. Ray was named after my other uncle, so he's not the only. All kind of weird like that. But anyway,
We just did grandparents' names.
grandparents.
Yeah, that's what a lot of my siblings do.
Yeah. So,
Well, I think that's everything we had for today, guys.
Awesome. Well, it was good to see you guys again this week.
I
Yeah.
know.
Good to see y'all.
We
Thanks
got
for
thing-
tuning in.
Yeah.
Don't forget to
Like,
click, subscribe,
Like,
subscribe, all the things.
all
the
those
things.
things.
All
Try
the
that.
things.
Share that out
And
there.
share with us the sugar spice everything nice.
Yeah, find
Yeah.
out what really that
Find out
little
what that is and
limerick
comment
is.
on it so we can, yeah.
Girls are made of sugar and spice and everything nice, and boys are made of.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
And stay tuned for next week to see if I come up with these Starbucks bears.
Yeah.
Or the
Oh,
honey
yeah.
bears.
Yeah, let's
Emily
see what
comes
that
back
looks
with
like.
honey bears.
Yeah.
That'll cost you a penny.
Yep.
But not if
All
she
right.
does the Walmart ones.
We'll make our own.
Yeah.
Here's mine. All right.
well,
Have an
all right,
awesome
See
day.
you guys later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.